The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Jeannie Von Esch, and welcome to Chicago Hidden Cities, where we are hidden from many cities. And I'm going to let Spotter take it off.
Hey, everybody. I'm Antero, and tonight I'll be playing Spotter, the Nosferatu.
Hey, everyone. I am Mama McStabber, and tonight I'm playing Dr. Taylor Hammond of Clan Bruja.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Levi R., and today I'm playing Dr. Magnus Sanchez of Clan Gangrel.
Hey, everyone. I'm Kai, or Glaciate, and tonight I'll be playing Bastion of the Clan Toreador.
And hi, I'm Maddox, and I'll be playing Dr. Theodore Smith of Clan Tremere.
And we're going to start off this episode with actually Theo getting I would say a taxi, but it's more of Theo's getting a little lift down to a specific area down in the underground. And this is the more Nosferatu underground where Lydia the Tremere is.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to start us off, Theo?
Yeah, he has his usual doctor's bag with him, of course. And he doesn't seem stressed or anything. He's just now arriving, probably stretching if the ride was a bit cramped, and then just waiting because the info said wait for the escort. So he's willing to be patient. He'll probably casually look around to see if there's anyone hidden from sight, but he's not seriously checking.
The escort actually is one you know, Bells. Bells likes to be everywhere, but this time she's actually not without her usual janglies. She's just quiet and she kind of just waves to you and says,
and he'll just follow, sidestep with her.
Now she knows an easy way to get down, and you weren't asked to bring a tribute. So she will quietly bring you down, but she will, before she leaves, just before the entering of Lydia's, I'd say quarters area of her domain, she slips you a nice little, it's a dry cleaning slip bill. And it's just like, pick this up when you go home. You need to change.
He will tuck it into a pocket and internally think, yes, I will change in another 10 years, and then walk through to see Lydia.
Salad. As you walk in, it is its usual Neo-goth, slightly creepy, but at the same time, kind of old world Tremere-ish kind of feel. And Lydia will be where she normally is, in her seat with thousands of scarves, and you'll notice that she notices you coming in. She can hear you. And she'll just kind of gently have you come over.
He'll walk over.
So you've returned.
Indeed, I have.
Hold on for a moment. There's an air that's different.
Lydia,
Lighter.
we've seen each other before this.
No.
It's not as if I'm a stranger.
No, there's something different about you. What? Who's playing the blind one today?
Uh, I'm trying to decide if you mean something has changed for something better or if something has changed for something worse.
Why are you putting a weight on it?
It's my nature.
You know, something could be changing of you that is neutral at the moment. That doesn't bear any weight if it's good or it's bad.
Well, I can't even use the excuse of it's just clans. It's just clan type because you wouldn't believe me.
Aw, and now I'm wounded. You would think I wouldn't know what the clan change would be. No, this is different. You're lighter. Your steps are not as heavy, not as like you're dragging the world behind you. You have a spring in your step.
I have accomplished a lot.
Is that all you think you've accomplished?
I've recently discovered that I'm allowed to go in new directions, which sounds obvious when I say it out loud, but still took me too long to notice.
She'll slowly stand up and guide her way, almost like she was crisscrossing a stream, to put her hand on his shoulder for a moment and go, "My friend, you are locked in many ways, but more up here than anywhere else.
I have a question for you.
Oh, pray tell. Whatever is it?"
Theo will reach into a pocket and take out the silk scarf that she gave him some time ago now.
Mm-hmm.
I have an instinct for this,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want you to see it as rude.
Speak truthfully.
Something tells me to return this politely and with grace.
And what is the instinct telling you to return it? Why? There's a reason.
Disingenuous to carry one woman's favor when trying to earn another's.
And there it is. She just plucks it from you happily. Doesn't even take any insult to it.
He wasn't holding any grip, so it is gone from his hands in a second because it's silk and that shit moves really fast when people move it.
It does. It really does. Interesting. Would you prefer something that is more masculine to favor? And it wouldn't be, shall we say, mine per se, but still something connected to a magic you still haven't unlocked yet.
I would not turn down such a trinket.
Trinket, my dear good sir. You would think that anything of mine is such a trinket?
What? I'm not allowed to be coy?
You need to work on it.
So my coterie tells me every damn night.
Well, may I be somewhat frank? Yes, I'm still Lydia, but you know.
Such an amateur joke, but yes, continue, Lydia.
Thank you. Your coterie is wise. They see things that you have yet to expect. They see the world through a more open lens than you. You've been a very narrow view for so long. Taking those blinders is kind of hard to do.
It has been happening, but it's more like the blinders change So I'm still looking too far ahead, but different directions. That's what it feels like.
She slowly goes into her bag of what looks like silk scarves and other little accoutrements, and she will slowly pull out a black handkerchief. It's cotton. And she just kind of moves it, and it looks like silk for a moment. And then when she puts it into your hand, that flowing stops. It is stiff, almost like it was bathed in starch, and it holds its shape. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to change. She goes, the moment you decide to break those binders off your eyes, that will flow like water.
Well, that's fun.
The thing is that don't do it for your sake of being stubborn. Because you are stubborn. Even more so than any other Tremere I've met.
Clearly, we both need to meet more old ones if we're looking for stubborn.
No, they're all dead. I really don't worry about that. He just says this with a gleeful smile.
Theo sort of gives a smirk too, because he's now able to laugh at the elders instead of just listen to them.
You know, I've known them for ages and ages. I mourned a couple that were lost, but then again, they were fools.
I've noticed a pattern historically when my sire was going through everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hubris is always our biggest killer.
It is. Hence why I'm surrounded by Nosferatu. They remind me of my hubris. They all put me in check every moment. But then I all remember that I have an ego as well.
I seem to be the constant butt of many, many jokes for every kindred in the city. So I don't think I have the option for ego anymore. Or if I do, I have to be subtle about it.
Do you even know how to do subtle?
Working on it. I learned how to dance. I can learn to be subtle.
And how many dances do you know how to do?
Only a few, most poorly, and a few fairly. But I'm far better than when we first danced.
Fair. That's excellent to know that you're continuing your practice. However, if you're gaining a lady's favor, don't you think you want to learn her dances too?
Her type of dancing isn't the kind done to music.
Or the music you haven't been introduced yet to.
Also a possibility. Depends on if we're being literal or metaphorical.
Poor Locanos toes.
I only understand that because I speak Latin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shall I actually speak Latin and say why not both? And she'll say in Latin.
Twitch Theo responds in Latin. No, that's not necessary. I'm just being cheeky.
I know, and I'm being bratty. Good, you know the difference.
How are you?
Well, for the most part. Why?
While I do not miss any bonds of any sort in any sort of pyramid structure, I did still like connection with the clan. You are rarely above ground. I know you probably have acquaintances or people you can talk to down here, but I'm sure it can sometimes be a bit frustrating to not have peers in the traditional sense.
Are you suggesting I should come above ground and enter the chantry?
I'm sure Tracy would like to speak with you.
Mm. How delightful.
I'm so gonna read into that with a quick check because she's talking to me about not being subtle. Come on, Lydia.
Oh, that was her not being subtle.
Yeah, no,
By all
I
means.
don't have a lot, but I am checking some insight on that shit.
My face doth shocketh.
Although I'm not sure what attribute to use.
I don't
That's
know.
a wit's insight.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That was the part I didn't know.
Oh, always. If you're using your bullshit alarm, it's always
That's
wit's
the
insight.
bullshit detector. Wit's insight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's okay. 2 successes.
You can feel that there is a bit of unease in when she says that. It's more of like they don't exactly get along, but they're not exactly at odds with each other.
Okay, so it's more a philosophical difference than like a dislike so much.
More of a personality conflict.
Theo doesn't see it, but he's not going to argue with her.
That's valid.
There are others. You might be interested in meeting and speaking with the apprentices. Surprisingly interesting once I got past a certain block.
Did you knock it out of him?
No, actually, I had to have it knocked out of me.
She leans in. Oh, not exactly nose to nose like they're touching, but she leans in and she gets this big whiff of you and says, "Go on."
I had never been a teacher and found myself appointed magister,
Mm-hmm.
a role commonly known for its educational prowess.
Would you have none?
The only teachers I ever had were a drunken father who was not good at what he taught, and a egotistical Malkavian who used my discoveries for his own ends. It wasn't until my sire that I actually received proper education on anything.
Yes, but you're alluding to the person that actually knocked the block out of you.
Dr. Hammond from my coterie.
Yes, I've seen her.
She is a teacher.
Yes, she is.
I asked for advice.
She's a brewer, is she not?
She is.
Explains knocking your block off.
In a verbal way only, and it wasn't cruel.
I wouldn't say she did it cruelly or non-verbally, but she moved you.
And now my students are actually trying, which was the goal from the start.
But she moved you. No, it means that your mind is starting to adapt. It's starting to accept. You're starting to accept your coterie as, dare I say, comrades, compatriots.
Well, it's certainly past acquaintance at this point. I've learned too many things about them.
Have you bled for them?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not literally, figuratively.
Also, no, meeting all of them has been rather easy.
Have you fought with them?
Oh, absolutely.
Then you've bled with them. That's what I mean.
Oh, you meant bleed in that way. I see.
You've conquered goals together. You no longer are the, "Hey, Alan, how are you? How was the weekend?" It's more of, "I'm needing advice and I need to come towards somebody." And you chose Dr. Hammond.
Same way that I've spoken on matters with Bastion, Spotter. When I can, I've tried to help out at Magnus's clinics.
Look at
Dr.
you.
Sanchez, my apologies.
I know to whom you are speaking of. This is excellent. You have done some nice growth. Though, and she will touch the collar a little bit. Unique clothing choice, but still.
Ask Bells. She was
I
the
heard-
one that helped put it together. I just accepted it.
Yes, and I just heard you she gave you a piece of paper.
Yes, there's many other outfits that she has handed off to me. They're hanging clean in my closet for whenever I get bored of this one.
And you haven't gotten bored of this one?
No, it's new. I wore pink for quite some time. Then Bells had me change up, and I agreed to change up as per her request. And then I will change again when I get bored of this one.
How long did you wear the pink for?
It was relatively short, only 15 years. Biggest impish grin he can muster.
Yeah.
People always tell me I have to change, and now I sort of agree with them. But I'll change on my time, not theirs.
I see, and I understand. However, 15 years is a little bit too long to be in one style.
No. I plan to be much more reduced in how long I have the style this time. Only about a decade.
Oh, mon Dieu. You know what I'm going to charge you for this, right?
And I'm willing to pay.
Whatever that ticket is, whatever Bells has, you must wear that next week.
Very well.
I appreciate your understanding of gently changing your looks. Because I'm sure the moment you realize you need to change your looks a bit more often, you might get that favor from the other lady.
If she's only interested in me for what lovely wrapper I have on, then she's not really a woman that I want to pursue.
It has nothing to do about the wrapper that you're wearing. It's a statement that you're giving. It's a statement you are showing. It is a statement of you and of what you are willing to give.
In many ways, you could argue I'm already making a statement.
Yes. Monty Python would be so happy with you.
Some episodes haven't held up.
Sure, Lumberjack.
It is a good song, but I don't look good in red.
Orange is a little off shade of red. Don't tell me the difference.
It's just as bright as pink.
It's not my favorite color. Now come
Doesn't
show
have
me
to
what
be.
Will you show me what you've learned?
I suppose.
And from there, she will put on music, and then she'll let you dance with her for a little bit to show her what you've learned.
Theo's laughter echoing through the small bit of the Undercity that can hear it.
And as that echo radiates through the sewers and why some of the underworld is hearing some Tremere laughter, we're actually going to go to another. It's not exactly an underground lab, but it is kind of in the basement of the University of Chicago.
And actually, you hear the echo of heels on the hard floor. And Taylor has just come out of a meeting with her boss to discuss her returning to work. And she has portfolio case with her, phone in hand, not paying much attention. And she just happens to bump into someone.
This man stands at about 6'2".
Okay.
Kind of scrappy. His brown hair is supposed to be done in a way that would look like he's up to date with all the fashion, but he's been running a little late today. He has on a very clean, crisp suit,
Mhm.
lovely pressed, white shirt, nice tie. He has a stack of papers, and he was off just kind of dashing. And he didn't really pay attention because normally people just move out of his way,
Yeah, normally.
except this time.
Mm-hmm. And Taylor's in a very well-fitting and, well, let's just leave it at that. Well-fitting purple suit. It is a skirt suit. She has on back seam stockings, and she has a very low-cut camisole under it. And she's like, God damn it.
And he kind of stands back, goes, I'm so sorry. And as things are flying up in the air, he turns around to scoop as they're falling down.
Do I notice anything unusual about his movements?
He's very fluid.
Is he? Okay.
Dex is very high,
Mm-hmm.
as if he's moving with the fluid motion, almost like it was cat's grace. It's not exactly cat's grace, but almost like he has cat's grace.
Okay.
And he's moving about. And he goes, I am so sorry. I totally did not mean to bump into you, Professor.
Dr. Hammond. And she reaches out a hand to him.
Mr. Kent, sorry, because Junie can remember names.
Chemistry, right?
Yes. Doctor's program.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when the professors meet and stuff, we talk about our up-and-coming star students. So your name has come up from time to time.
Oh, it has in your department. That's
Well, we meet with
That's
other
interesting.
departments at times.
Oh, I understand. I just didn't think the chemistry teachers were into that. But okay,
You
that's
think we
excellent
don't
to
use
hear.
chemistry and archaeology?
Oh, good gosh, you do. But I'm thinking it's more of I'm in pharmaceuticals, so
Yes,
I didn't
you
think.
are.
Yeah, I didn't think that you guys would be coming in. So
I was just meeting with the higher ups this evening and decided to cut through here to get back to the parking lot. But
oh,
I don't want to keep you.
do you need an escort?
I would love one.
Can I pause you then for a moment and let me deliver this really fast? Should take me no more than like 2 minutes.
I'll join you.
Are you sure? I don't want to inconvenience you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You're my escort.
He will then gently offer his arm,
And she will take it.
and he will take you down into the chemistry wing,
Mhm.
to the head. He actually is going to the chair, and he takes the handle and he kind of just takes it, pulls it back, turns it, and pushes it in,
Mhm.
and the door opens.
Hmm.
And he will then turn around to put this, it looks like a huge stack of papers.
Mhm.
And it's all kind of a report. And he puts it on the desk, and he makes sure that it's like front and center. And he takes a little glance at the desk before he turns around and walks to the door again to close it and offer you his arm.
Actually, she will
Mhm.
have followed him into the office, and she has closed the door behind her.
Okay.
And she says, my meeting didn't go as well as I thought it should. I could use a pick-me-up. How about you?
Indeed.
And I'm literally going to roll to seduce him with that.
Sure, because I'm go for it. Oh,
and
geez.
she says she doesn't play D&D. That's a classic D&D sentence, right?
Hi, somebody's playing
Mhm.
Bard.
That's 12 with a crit.
Oh, good, because you beat my 8 messy crit. That's great. I'm happy. This is working well.
Mhm.
And he will kind of get the idea of what you're referring to, and he'll be like, "Well, I normally don't do that here."
And she says,
Are
first
you-
time for everything.
Bold, Dr. Hammond. Very bold. And he'll then go, "Do you want to go into where the lounge is?"
If you want.
I prefer to, use furniture when I can.
Okay. We can get creative next time. And she opens the door.
For the reasons of toss, I won't go into detail.
No, we won't go into that. But basically what happens is Taylor is going full Bahari on this guy. And she is going to seduce him with this and then lead him into wherever he's comfortable, do things, and then basically eat him.
My faith is not my face is not shocked at all. And as you go in for the kill, and I mean that quite literally, you will taste K-Night blood.
Mhm.
Now, there is no way in hell that you're ever going to actually, diablerize this poor man, because I mean, when you taste how weak it is,
Yeah, it's very weak.
you know for a fact he's thin.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't take you long at all to.
And she's got him so into it, he's not even realizing what the fuck's happening until it's too late.
It's true, because a kiss does work on kindred as well.
Mm-hmm.
And as you have helped him gently expire this world and shuffle off his moral coil, what are you going to do next?
She's now going to text her 2 ghouls to come pick his ass up. And she's going to grab from his space his laptop. She's going to take his phone and also grab those reports.
Your ghouls will show up very quickly, of course.
Mhm.
They already have the body bag. They're
Mhm.
already prepared.
Mhm.
One of your ghouls takes it already down and to the car. The other one, and I believe that's your main ghoul that works within
Lena.
the university, Lena. She will take you to his office
Mhm.
because she actually lifted the keys from him.
Of course she did.
Naturally.
She's good.
Of course. And she will turn around, not only helping you lift all of that, but she will actually go into the mainframe computer and pull all of his files from there too.
Perfect.
Making sure it's a clean slate. It looks like he dropped off his things, dropped off that report. Well, now that you've lifted the report doesn't exist
I'm going to
anymore.
take a look at the report to see if it's something tied to the school or something tied to this fucking shit that he's doing.
It's yes and no. It is tied to the school. Absolutely. Not exactly what he's doing with it, but there are fragments of it that is based on his research of what he's doing.
Okay, so what she'll do instead of lifting it, because it's for the school, she will actually, because she knows that there are photocopiers in every fucking department, she will go to a fucking photocopier and photocopy this fucking report and then put it back.
It's about 25 pages.
Yeah.
So
not
no
a
big
problem.
deal.
That's quick. So she'll do that, take the copy and then put the original back.
Lena will look to you and go, "Is there anything else you need?"
That's it. Deliver the body to the garden so it can be fertilizer. And I'll make sure that the right people get this info to dig in.
He didn't put up much of a fight, did he?
Oh, no. He was a piece of cake.
I'm going to kick him then before we put him into a garden.
Do what you need to do, Lena.
Do I have time for a baseball bat?
You have time, all the time in the world. He's dead now.
It couldn't have happened to a nicer person. Do you want me to send Mark to you, or are you going to be here
No,
later?
I have my bike here.
Mhm.
I am actually going to leave a little message. I'll be right back. And she is going to literally leave in his desk. She's going to grab some paper and write out, who is the Setite woman again?
Janet Miller.
Yeah. She's going to write out a letter.
Mhm.
And have on the outside of it, after she folds it, to Jenna Miller.
That's going to be interesting to read.
And I'm not going to say what's in the letter. That'll come later. That'll come later. And she's going to leave that in the desk drawer to be found when he's missing and somebody comes looking for him.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's going to definitely be looking for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
So, so with that, she now takes her stuff and leaves.
It will be reported that Lena did kick it many, many times, and the baseball bat was used quite a bit.
That's fine. Tenderize it before you put it in the ground.
Of course.
Look, this is Taylor's Bahari, y'all. And that guy was an asshole. So, and to clear up any confusion, Kent was making the fucking thin blood drug that's basically they are stealing kindred ashes for. So, yeah. So that's why she murdered him.
Step one.
Step one.
Not even sad. Not even sad. So as the clip-clopping of Taylor's heels are echoing into the hallway, Bastion, how are you going to meet Laura?
Bastion actually asks Laura to have a meeting in a place in which they can both talk. And they would have some privacy, but preferably in the hidden city, not his haven.
There are many works within Chicago that are old, that are made of stone, and that have standed through at least 2 centuries now. One of them is a water tower place. And I'm not talking about the shopping mall, the actual water tower that survived the fire of 1871. When you walk in, and this is after hours, when you walk in there, you see the pump, and then there's stairs that go into like this small little meeting room. And it's actually very pretty. It's a very nice time. You get beautiful views of all around Chicago, especially down Michigan Avenue to and fro. And it's a nice place to be in the city. You could even say it may be part of the heart of the city, or the heart of the loop. And as you arrive, the door is unlocked because they knew you were coming. And as you go up the stairs into the small kind of like meeting area, you'll see it's very well lit. There's some lovely candles. It smells nice. Not exactly rosy, but has a nice floral fragrance to it. And you will see Laura. She's sitting there politely and actually turning one of her claws to read.
Bastion will actually sit by her side. And he's going to speak in very broken Greek. Good evening.
Oh, you're learning Greek. This is good.
He's going to say, I'm trying to learn. And then he goes back to English, and that's basically all I know for now.
It is understood. It is appreciated. Dr. Hammond is doing well in teaching you the languages.
I actually haven't bothered Dr. Hammond with this yet. I'm trying to get a base before going for her. She's a very busy woman.
And she hasn't, let's see, how does the song go? She's a very busy woman and she doesn't have all day. I am
She-
learning.
She literally doesn't. Just the night.
True. How are you?
I've been unliving. Could be better. Things
Well, could be better. You would be living.
now, not particularly. That's a phase that's long gone.
Wrong living.
What about you, Laura?
They can speak more fluently now in Greek and in English, thank you to the things that you have showed. It is giving us a bit more perspective.
I am going to different places and trying to gather different material for you. I got a few history books, a few things on medicine, a few things on different types of knowledge, a few popular media like that movie that I showed you with the little guys. They made me watch the whole thing during a whole night.
You needed this movie. You needed movies. Sorry. You needed this.
Well, I just hope eventually I have to execute someone that's hiding in a zoo so I can reproduce that elephant scene, but with my gun.
This is fair, and I'm sure we can find it for you. There are many elephants around here. Ironically enough, and it is not Africa.
But I'm actually, well, I have a reason to have called you here, but I would also like to ask, how about the other gargoyles? How are they doing? Have they adjusted with the books and things like that I sent you?
Yes and no. Some, the young ones, they jump on it. They want to remember.
The
They want
other
to try and get
ones-
back. They are scared.
The other ones don't because they accepted it.
Except that they have forgotten who they are and they don't wish to go back. They've made their new personality their own, and they don't wish to understand why they do certain things, which, fine, but at least we have to use the books and the movies to try and acclimate to this new world.
Well,
We are
My
no
o-
longer the silent centuries that are going to be here for long.
indeed. As long as I remain in the city, I will try to help all of you in any way that I can. My offer to draw you or sculpt anyone that wants to know how their faces looked like in life still remains.
This is true. At the same time, what do you want? You've been so. I don't want to use the word kind, but you have been very agreeable to helping us. Surely there is something you wish to trade for this.
Laura, in my
Hmm.
time, I witnessed much. And similarly to your situation, I was also around when the slaves in my country were freed. I am somewhat aware of the situation of the gargoyles and its similarities. And like I did to them, I want to help. I don't feel
Go on.
I don't feel particularly well knowing there's a group in the city that's simply behind.
But
Because
you're behind too, yes?
indeed,
Legolas. Yeah, that's your new nickname. At least you understand the difference now, yes?
He half smiles and says, I've been behind for a very long time. I haven't had the time to catch up. Been too busy. I'm not
Yes.
I'm not a toreador that goes around catching all the hottest artists and watching the movies. I do other things.
Artists. I never thought of you as catching the hottest artists, but I think you have at least a pulse on the world that is around you.
I do. But other sides of it.
Oh,
Yeah. I deal with criminals. I deal with killings and executions. It's easy for me.
and what the artist is just to create connections that last longer than just the bullet going through somebody's head.
Indeed. And my specific connection that lasts. I'm still searching for it.
Which connection are you looking for?
My own sire.
You don't know her?
I know her. I know she fled, left me alone, without a single hint. And now I know a little more about her.
Is this good or bad? Do you need protection?
Unrelated to her, but yes.
What do you mean?
Apparently, my past is looking for me. I have a few stalkers, as they say,
No.
and he kind of agrees, not noticing her sarcasm. I've apparently pissed off a few people and actually got the attention from a few hunters.
You want us to watch your place?
My place is plenty washed. What I want is to know every single one of these hunters, to know all the information of these hunters, so I can, in turn, go to this stalker of mine and let her see her whole net laid in front of her and ask her, is this really worth it?
Ah. She caught you with your pants down. So you want to do this in return, yes?
Mm-hmm. I am
Understood.
working towards that, of course.
Do you need our help?
I would appreciate your help. But there's one problem. She's very calculating. She's very good. She catched many details. She even knew about the weakness of my specific strand of blood and planned accordingly. I don't want to implicate any of you.
I can do something.
What?
She walks to the stone wall, walks right into it. Now find me.
He looks at that. I understand. Laura, what are the chances of you teaching me to do that?
She slowly comes out of the wall, tilts her head. Okay, by the elders.
I don't want you to think that I did all this because I want a cool new trick. I really mean what I did.
She walks right over to you. Her fingers stone still. She hasn't reverted back to flesh. And she just points to your heart. That is what tells me what you do for why. I might be of this. You know, the Lord or his lady, the Dr. Hammond.
Mhm.
You know, she would never tell me or teach me things when I was human about bad things. And if she puts that garden together, she means well. That is heart. That is love. You do this for your heart. Yes?
Yes,
Then why are you thinking that I would think anything else?
because kindred are terrible people. Each and every single one of us.
Kindred, not us. We
I-
were made of something else, of 3 clans, then brought together as one. The curse never really made us more than what we were, except that we don't know who we were. It's a cleansing, almost a blessing. Shuffle off
Yes.
what we were. So we have no prejudice in the new life.
And well, I'd hate to make plans without the say of approval, but I would utilize it in your favor as well.
Would you prefer I talk to my sire and you speak to my sire? She is one of the elders, and I believe your Dr. Smith has a liking to her in a Tramier sort of way.
Well, I would be open to an interview if that's what you want.
I will bring this up to her. I will tell her that I did not bring up Dr. Smith because we all know what Tramier like to do with things.
I understand and agree.
I'm sure he has a good heart. I haven't really talked to him. I'm not sure I want to talk to him, but I haven't talked to him. So I cannot judge.
Mm-hmm. Well, he is a special kind of man. His mentality certainly flows slowly, but it flows.
Bastions, you do have heart. He is slow like molasses in the freezing winter.
That's an
He does
incredible.
move, but it's very, very slow.
That's an incredible description. I'm gonna use it next time I meet him.
Snails move faster.
I and Bastian actually opens his bag and takes off a little drawing and offers to Laura. Regardless of any help or power that you or your kind or your elders are to offer me, this is the face of the woman I saw. The woman that's working for hunters and the woman that's hunting me. She's
May
been
I
out,
take this?
please. She's been trouble all around the city. If any of you want to look around, but I'm giving this more of a way to all of you be safe. Do not engage.
I won't engage directly if I find her.
Yes. I have one question, however.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know that you know of Spotter and his gift.
Yes. He illuminates the dark.
That it was explained to me. It was like speaking with the city.
Yes, that too.
Do you think your power may be a way to connect with the city some sort of way?
I have not thought this. I can ask, but I've never thought of this.
If your power allows for bigger connection, if your power allows for direct connection with the city, perhaps I could do this on my own and I wouldn't have to bother all of you.
I don't think it a bother. I think it more of smiles for a moment. And her hand turns almost flesh-like as she pats Bastion's shoulder gently. It is not you doing it alone. It is you recognizing you are not alone and seeking help from those you know that can assist you.
That is something I've been trying recently. An old dog
Opa.
learning new tricks. Who would have thought?
She looks around for a moment. Don't tell the werewolves that. They will get upset.
I am not Magnus. I do not speak with them at all.
You never know when you are or you are not. They are everywhere.
I really hope they do not try to speak to me. I will treat them
Then-
no different. And I do not want a werewolf claw to my face.
Oh, just accept the help and allow your friends who are very good to help you.
I will. And I will continue helping the gargoyles. Just don't talk much about this. I have a reputation of being a prick and constantly evil and bad Toreador. I don't want people thinking I have a heart.
You try to pretend to be an asshole?
Of course. The whole clan
Yes.
of Toreadors are actual assholes. I have to pretend
Yes.
to be one so I can mend between them and
You're
actually
failing
get
horribly.
in front of you because you are actually seeing who I am. I don't want people to see. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you want to hide behind a mask.
I do that all the time.
Not very good.
I'm a professional liar.
No, you're not.
I am.
I see right through it.
But anyway, Laura, thank you.
Just promise me. And she gently pokes your heart, pokes where your heart is. You be careful.
I'll be extra careful.
No, just be careful.
I'll be a normal amount of careful.
Yes. Because if you don't, I cannot bring you back once you are gone.
Okay.
Okay. Promise?
Promise.
Okay. And with that, she will fold up the paper, put it into somewhere. You see it, it just disappears. She'll walk back into the wall and disappear.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go about your night, where are you, John, as Magnus?
Magnus is actually at his haven.
Okay. Is this where Question is being told to go? Is my
Mhm.
question.
Yes. I just wanted to
Can-
remind you of that one particular feature of Magnus's haven.
Oh, no. I remember that
Okay.
particular feature. However, I would like you to
Mhm.
describe to everyone who has never been to his haven what his haven looks like.
So Magnus's haven is actually built into the basement of one of his clinics. And when you first go down into there, it's just looks like a storeroom. There's a hidden entrance. And in that entrance, 3 of the walls are finished. And one of the walls is just rock, essentially. Chicago dirt and rock. And in that wall, there's a place where it looks like tree roots have just kind of naturally formed a triangular opening where there's still rock and dirt, but it's just a little recessed further in. And then from there are other rooms that Magnus has for, clothes and sleeping and everything else he does when he's at his haven. And there is a table and chairs, a place for basically receiving guests if he ever has any, which this is one of the rare occasions he has. So
There's a knock on the door.
Magnus goes and opens it.
The question is there?
Questions? Come on in.
Sure. She has her backpack on and it looks like she's been doing a lot of running back and
Mhm.
forth. She'll come in and kind of look around like, this isn't like cell blocky. What's up?
It's a place I tend to spend nights or days.
Well, being you can't go out during the day, I would assume it is where you spend your days.
Yes, well, there's some parts of it that remind me of things my mother used to talk about.
Right. Other side of the world. Got it.
I wanted to ask you questions. I offered to fund schooling, support, anything that the relatives of those that died fighting the BSDs and Pariah needed.
Mhm.
I know from what you've told me about how many people those are and
Mhm.
what your people have been willing to accept has basically been barely subsistence level for the people who survive them.
She nods.
So I want to ask you why.
As if I have all the answers. My name is questions, not answers. Slight difference.
Yeah, well,
You know my people. Well, I hope you do.
somewhat. Trying to get to know them better.
Pride.
Pride.
Look, they took what they could because they knew they needed certain things. We have people that have some money close to what you have, but at the same time, they don't want to be. I'm going to be vulgar for a moment because I don't have another word for this. They don't want to be completely indebted to licks or leeches.
I mean,
Now,
that's fair.
I'm of the opinion that they're assholes and idiots, to be honest. I mean, money's money, just take it and go. But you tell that to a Shadow Lord, a Get Fenris, a Glasswalker. Yeah. They're all going to be like, no, we got our own. We can do the thing deuces. And then just be complete and utter pricks about it. Now, I'm not a prick. Most of that money is for what went to us. I'm not going to lie.
Good.
Which is what we needed. Those other douchebag hounds can do whatever the fuck they want because they're just nothing but shrine hounds that I don't give a shit about. But at the same time, we're all tied in by blood because Gaia decided to deem all this other bullshit, blah, 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 yada, 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 by line.
Right. So your whole thing, as I understand it, is Gaia, helping Gaia, getting rid of things like the BSDs and spirits that are evil and things like that, right?
The humans and, well, no offense, you guys.
Yeah, well, I've been working on that. I'm pretty sure I don't smell as much like worm as I used to.
No, you don't. But I mean, there's some pretty creepy motherfuckers down in Indiana that smell like fucking shit.
Oh yeah, no, those ones. We might take a wander down to Indiana one of these days.
Yeah, you'll smell nicer than the assholes down there.
Well, they'll stop stinking up the place if we do.
I mean,
That's the ones I'm
true.
thinking of because Taylor had a little bit of a intel about them. So,
What did Dr. Hammond do? Oh, did she bring a hammer down?
oh, she loves to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if she's doing that to someone right now.
I swear to God, I mean, the Get Offenders, if they found out she existed and I say that she's a daughter of Thor, they're going to fucking flip their fucking minds. Seriously, I love to fuck with the Gats because they're such assholes at times.
So, questions.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you because
Can
I've learned some things.
Can I just call you Answers? Because I feel like this has always been a turnaround between us.
Maybe.
Cool.
You have your whole mission, your rules and laws and everything, right?
It's called a litany. Yeah. It's kind of like what you guys call the, oh, fuck. What's that list of 10? No, it's that. It's
The
6
Masquerade.
commandments. Yeah. So, yeah.
The traditions.
Got it. Yeah. That bullshit.
So, what part of the litany says let pride get in the way of getting help when, for your mission to Gaia?
Oh, that's where the brain cell clearly wasn't being shared in the middle of birth or conception, and then turns around and slowly gets mass produced throughout the years. It's called generational abuse, as well as, I don't know, tribe abuse. It's a whole lot of misogyny and bullshit. That's where it is in the litany.
Fantastic. So it's not in there at all.
It's like you take all of you and you take all of you as in the bad guys, like the ones that you're fighting and that you guys all want to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you guys put yourself into a big party and then tell each other to play nice together. You're infighting within both of your political circles is already infighting in and of itself to try and fight against each other. Right?
I mean, yeah, you can think of it as, according to some lore, some stories, it's long-term familial abuse.
Exactly. So I would say if you're looking at it from the standpoint of, oh, I don't know, we throw one of your shadow people and one of your king people together, put them in a room and tell them one can walk out. You tell me that they're not going to turn around and brawl to the fucking death.
Oh, they absolutely would.
Work together to actually get the door open.
Yes, but I thought your people were a bit better organized than that.
Oh, you sweet summer child. And I mean that in the most literal sense before you returned.
Well, okay. So,
So before you call my ass out under the carpet, my guy, you need to find out exactly what you're trying to call my ass out on.
Oh no, I'm not trying to call your ass out. I'm trying to understand your people. Because my view is your people are a necessary part of this city. If you had not been here, Pariah and the BSDs would have run wild.
True.
And so I want to make sure that in the future, going forward, your people are able to be here because they don't get, no offense, run off because of homelessness laws or, things of that nature.
You think they can peg that stuff on me? Please. They couldn't catch my ass if they tried.
You know what I'm talking about, questions.
You know what? No, you may not answer this question, but I'm going to ask it. What's your true name?
The name I was born with is Carlos Moser Santillan de la Cruz.
That's a lot of name. What did you go by? What were you known as?
Carlos.
Okay. Well, you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go to my alpha and ask. Now I have your real name. She's going to look you up. I'm sure you're zeroed.
Yeah.
At the same time, she can ask the spirits.
Oh, she can look up the records. I mean, he died in the fire of 1871.
Yeah, I heard that was a scorcher. At the same time,
wasn't pleasant.
I bet. But how about this? I ask her for permission and I'll take you to a place you've never been before. Promise. No one will hurt you because you'll be with me. But at the same time, I'll teach you everything you want to know about us. And not only in a place that is sacred and holy to us, but it's a place that most humans don't even realize they're there for. You can even look it up. It's called Starved Lake. It's down south a bit in Illinois. Might want to read on it before I come pick you up.
Okay.
Deal?
Deal.
And the next time you have a question, just call me Zahara, will you? A name for a name.
All right, Zara.
Is that all you need, or am I going to run some D&D with you?
I mean, we could do some D&D. Just if we do that here, we might get some things coming through there.
Cool.
And he
I'm in the mood
points at
for
where
a
the
fight.
roots are.
Cool. I'm in the mood for a fight. Let's go.
Yeah, they might not be in the mood for a fight, but they might. And
It's fine.
it all depends.
Let's do it. And as she sits down and pulls out her D&D books to run Magus through a dungeon, Spotter, where are you at?
So probably at 8-Ball's place again. But he stopped and got tea.
Ooh.
He got some nice biscuits for the tea.
We're going fancy.
No, this is, turning over a new leaf.
Oh, okay.
Or not. I just, thought he'd bring something nice.
Valid. You do go to her place and she's been doing a lot of work. A lot of work with the new Nosferatus they've been slowly bringing in back from the underground. And the funny part is that when you come to the door, as she opens it up, I would say it's not exactly gone is what you know of your sire, but she is dressed in a beautiful Victorian gown. It's of dark purple velvet, mixed in with black. Her long hair is put up into what looks like a Victorian bun. And she kind of tilts her head at you, but opens the door and lets you come in and closes it before even saying anything. But she gives you a nod going, is there something wrong?
No, just some couple things came up and figured we could get some quality time in.
She actually puts her hand and puts it to your forehead. Are you feeling well?
Not really, but
She nods and she takes you into the parlor and sits you down. And she'll sit almost like any Victorian woman would, very prim, very proper, but you see a little lax to it. She's relaxed a bit around you. So she's not as formal, but she's in between. And she kind of goes, then what's the matter?
well, there was 2 things that came up, and then the third. The first helping Bastion with his problem. His sneaky friend. I can't take up anything on him. Have you heard of they're called First Light. Has that name come across?
She just stops at you and she looks at you like wide-eyed, like,
Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
I don't sire many times. Do not engage much with them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why we don't go to O'Hare.
Got it.
They have weapons that can catch us, even unseen.
Well, that's alarming.
That's why there's only thin bloods that can go up there.
Huh. Well, I guess I have bad news for Bastion too.
Why?
Because that apparently is where his stalker works.
For those that understand Sluba cannot yell because they are forever whispering. 8-Ball almost seems like she's underneath that curse, where the next words out of her mouth, Spotter can't discern because it's too high and it's fraying her already destroyed vocal cords.
Shattered vocal cords, yeah. I'll just pour some tea.
She just grips on, going, He has a stalker in the First Light.
We thought she was fed, but apparently it's worse than that.
Fucking Toreadors. Great.
Yeah.
This will be a challenge.
Well, I'll keep my nose clear of that area.
In your lifetime with 8-Ball, she has never really pushed you or ever really asserted dominance or ever really did anything overly aggressive. She leans towards you on the couch. She leans and she doesn't really she remembers that 3 feet of space, but she gets damn near close to breaking that. She looks you dead in your eyes and says, if I ever catch you there, I will show you exactly what they will do to you. I guarantee you I will be kinder.
Loud and clear.
I don't push this ever.
No.
But please do not go.
I won't. I'm just worried the issue may present itself, whether we want to or not.
It's more the fact, depending if she is or she is not. Do you have any kind of information on her I can discertain?
Yeah, I'll relay what I asked of the city and what I gave to the city and asked. And I do tell her. I will tell her that this is the name that came back when I asked the city about this person.
I will find out.
Okay. Thank you.
We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Give me at least a week to discern.
Got it.
The city could tell you one thing. The city will tell me another. The city can tell so much.
Right. treats everyone
But-
different.
Exactly. What could tell you is that she's of the First Light, but maybe she's working with several other
Might be a joint operation or something.
organizations. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't go there, but
Nope.
I do know not just the First Light are there. Actual Second Inquisition.
Mm-hmm.
Could be that she floats between two liaisons.
Right. So, yeah, sorry for starting off with the really bad news.
Sure. Just start with give me a heart attack. It's fine. Nice to know my own ticker still works.
Exactly. Well, hopefully this next piece isn't too bad.
Mm.
So apparently, I was talking to Thimble. I was getting her focused on her and her crew focused on the parties. Now that they don't have their eyes and ears, thankfully.
Pity that.
Well, it's a damn shame.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer Nosferatu.
Poor bastard.
No, I think
Sarcasm.
his parents were married.
Oh,
No, that just means he was a son of a bitch.
yeah. Yeah.
And could have happened to a nicer Nosferatu.
Yeah. You're telling me.
I know,
Telling
right?
me. Poor
So
Neptune.
what do you,
Oh, well.
he won't remember him after a while.
No. So
I'm
apparently,
worried. Yes.
someone's snooping around about Khalid.
Who?
Her name is Elizabetha Jurovsky. I don't know the name.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I hope this wasn't as bad as the first piece of news.
Or she's looking for him.
Another child?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
actually. Ironically enough.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, no. You ever need a distraction with Annabelle?
Oh.
She loves stalking her for a living.
Oh.
How do you think she became one of us?
Oh.
Annie was a little hungry. Annie didn't exactly know how to finish her meal. Khalid came up and saved her.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go figure. Old Pancakes
Yes.
doesn't know what she's doing.
Pancakes. It's an insult to a flapjack if I've ever heard one.
Absolutely.
Especially those Japanese pancakes are nice, big, huge, and fluffy. Oh my God, they're amazing. You know, I went to that one place, the one that you were talking about.
Yeah, and that's where I got the tea from.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
No, it's fine. You were in mid heart attack.
Yes. So nothing like a free tea for a free heart attack. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I tried different flapjacks. However, now they are calling it if they know you're kindred and you come in and you want breakfast, apparently they ask you if you want the Annabelle special. 3 flapjacks, a rose, and a couple of apples with a side of coffee.
Apples is generous.
You're not wrong.
No shame or anything.
Why would we have shame? We're not the ones that were turning around and doing things that Annabelle was.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We keep our nose clean at least. Look, I love the Fae, but sometimes, I mean, they just turn around and know how to call a cat as it is, and that's an insult to cats.
Mm-hmm.
May the Bastet never find me. Ugh.
Anyways,
You okay?
we,
Do you
yeah,
feel better?
not a little bit. Do we have a little time? I don't want to keep you from your Victorian duties.
My Victorian duties died when I died, and she will actually slug him in the arm for that one.
Mhm.
I'm assuming you want a bond.
It's not that.
You want to talk?
Yeah. Just quick. It's just briefly.
No, you want to talk.
I know.
All right. Let me get out of this dress. We'll go up onto the roof. You can watch the Cubs game,
Mhm.
and we'll talk.
Okay. Man, it's like I have a playbook, and you're just opened up to the spotter page.
He smiles as she stands up and puts his hand on his shoulder and goes, I do have a playbook, and unfortunately, you're just a snapshot, but that's okay. We'll make you a full page when we can open you up a bit more.
Okay.
Then I want to talk about Naomi.
Uh-oh.
And she will head upstairs. And as Spotter is swallowing whatever is left of his ego, we're going to go to break.
All right. We'll be back in about 10. Y'all enjoy.
Well, we just had our first half, and now we're into the second half, where the coder decides to come and meet for a brief meeting. I'm going to leave it to the players.
Yeah, so Taylor's already at the cell block when you guys arrive, because she literally came here from her extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bastion arrives soon after with wine and normal stuff of his.
Oh, thanks. I could use an after-sex drink.
He hands her the bottle. Interesting evening, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Kent at University of Illinois is no longer on the board.
Already?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've had my girls scoping him out for weeks.
That's very good.
Mm-hmm. So, waiting for the other guys to get here. But if you want to touch some stuff of his, here's his phone. You can touch that before I give it over to Misty.
Oh, perfect. And Bastion will do some spirits touch on that. And yeah, that's a buttload of dice, and I have a dice bonus, and oh my god, that's a lot of dice.
Spotter's gonna walk in and nod. He's drinking something.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's a modest 6.
Well, the last person to hold it was Kent. He's been in normal. It seems like he was in a normal mood. You don't know how he died, but that's not what's going to tell you on the thing. Ironically enough, you're going to find out how he used the last object for his phone is that he actually called. Get a call from Janet Miller. Lovely conversation. He said his next product would be due in the next 2 days. There were no strong emotions, just more of he's feeling successful, fulfilled, and he believes he's doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bastion takes off his fingers from the phone. Oh, hello, Spotter.
Hey, whose phone?
Mr. Kent's.
Oh, chemist guy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Former chemist guy?
Former chemist guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm enjoying my post-coitus drink after finishing him off.
It's interesting
He's
how
probably goes back to drinking his coffee.
Yeah, it's interesting how I do not have any foresight abilities, but I always happen to have wine when needed.
Absolutely.
It's a talent. And anyway, 2 days from now, they're going to have a next batch delivered from Janet Miller. That's the last number that dealt with. They are
Awesome.
in a cult. They do believe they're right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I'll wait for the other two gentlemen to get here before I go
Yeah.
into any further details. So,
Oh, lovely.
On that, Theo probably walks in and sits down.
Hey, Theo.
hello.
Magnus walks in
Hello.
last, and
Okay. Good evening. Thank
Good
you all
evening.
for coming so quickly. I apologize if I interrupted any of your activities this evening. I have taken Mr. Kent off the board. He was a
Ooh.
thin blood chemist working through the University of Illinois here in Chicago, my university, and had my girls scoping him out for weeks to figure out his patterns, his preferences, things like that. And I just made sure I fit it to a T when I bumped into him tonight.
Oh.
So he's no longer with us, and she takes out a report and says, this was a report that he was working on that he left on the desk for the school. But there are some hints at things that he was doing with the ash finders in it, and she will pass it to where it's sitting between Magnus and Theodore. I figure you medically inclined folks could take a look at it.
okay.
I can also see what Emma thinks.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have a good head for these notes.
That is
Mhm.
a copy. I left the original because being that it was research for the school, I didn't want to fuck with that.
Yeah.
But she also takes out his laptop and says, got his laptop too, and his phone. And I also left a letter for Miss Miller.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The goal to which being...
And I quote, Miss Miller, this is Mr. Kent's resignation of his position in your organization. He can no longer, in good conscience, produce what you require. Praise Sekhmet.
Very second.
That sounds weirdly followers of Set to me.
Exactly.
I like
So
it.
she will think either the Church of Set itself, or if she is part of the Church of Set, another faction within the Church of Set is coming after her shit.
hmm
Ooh, interesting.
Speaking of Miss Miller, Spotter,
Hmm.
I touched base with all my contacts and everything, and there is one very bad photo that is labeled as her name, but no guarantee that it actually is her. I
Mhm.
think she's gotten zeroed. So if you could get in touch with some of your people who are good at digging deeper,
Yep.
it's gone beyond my reach at this point.
Sure. No problem. Because I remember she's been around for a while and she's been a drug dealer for a while. So there might be
Mhm.
something somewhere.
Also, my girls, in their stakeout of Mr. Kent, think that he recently possibly met with Miss Miller at the campus. And at various times, different pharma organizations they were discussing getting involved with. Yours came up, Magnus, but they were not wanting to touch yours because it was, and I quote, too clean.
That is how I run things, yes.
So you don't have to worry about yours getting fucked with, I don't think.
No, then I might have an opportunity to pick up a few more, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking about picking up a few more, apparently I had a few hints that were true. I set up a little stakeout point, watched around the west side, and y'all remember the fuckery around the Elmwood Cemetery in Mausoleum?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mass Embrace site. I saw 7.
Really?
In Bloods exclusively.
All right. Next full moon, we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The place was beaming with potential, apparently. So, ritual embraces, they are most likely thinking that's a cool thing. They're not doing it for bolstering numbers. If so, they would be doing it every night if possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've got terrible news, and that can wait to the end, though, if you guys want to talk about other stuff.
Well, I'm going to need Dr. Smith, Theo, and
Good.
it might be helpful to have you there, Spotter, since you know some of this stuff as well.
Sure.
I just got a text message from the cousins, and they have one of the dealers
Oh,
because
Ooh.
I can assist.
they may be able to detect when we're coming around, but they can't detect the cousins. So,
Oh. Yeah, they can't detect shit now.
And as
Okay.
a quick side update for all of you, speaking of cemeteries, but a different one. So many in these nights. At Calvary Cemetery, I've had people follow those who leave, and sometimes nothing about their routines or habits or anything changes from before they met at the cemetery. But some of them do have habitual changes that they're making.
Like different mannerisms.
Or just different habits in general, going to different places at different times, new places entirely. And the only thing I can think is that the Sabbat have realized something that many of the rest of the civilized kindred world realized a long time ago. If you want to be hidden, use humanity.
Yeah, that speaks out some dominate for me. Some tricks of the old guard, perhaps.
It just feels to me like they're trying to spread like an infection,
Mm-hmm.
which is more classic Sabbat tactics, just with a fresh coat of paint.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep wits about you when interacting with humans, because you don't know where they've been.
And what they might have been programmed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to
As someone
tell
who's
that.
gotten very good at programming as of late, yes.
I'm going to drop the equipment off to Misty to get her to hack everything. Any pertinent details that needs to go to anyone, she'll distribute. I have somewhere I need to go tonight. Bastion, would you like to go visit the Painted Lady with me tonight?
Oh, the weird sex club thing.
Well, it's a tattoo parlor, but yes, the basement's where the fun
It's
happens.
a regular sex club.
No, it's a
No.
dungeon.
No,
Which
no,
is
no.
regular.
Yeah.
No.
It's not vanilla.
Even I've heard the rumors that come out of there.
Hey,
No, thank
it's
you.
regular to me. Whatever.
You know what? Anytime
Potter?
we can tag team, okay?
We do not need to know about you and Naomi.
Exactly.
Oh, she doesn't need a dungeon.
Yeah,
Interesting. But
I need to have a little conversation with Edith. So
I would love to go.
okay, perfect.
Seems interesting. But before we leave, Spotter, you said you had bad news?
Yeah.
Terrible news. Yes.
Oh, great.
Regarding your stalker friend.
Fun.
Let's go.
Okay. It appears that she is, at the very least, associated with an organization called First Light.
Fuck.
The fuck?
Great. Fucking hell. Amazing. Right. Fine.
Right.
Your stalker is associated with the about a
Boogeyman.
millennia old vampire hunting organization.
I absolutely think that's not the case. Elsewhere, I would be dead.
Fair. They don't tend to leave any of our kind alive.
That's why I went with associated. I didn't have much more than the name. And
Even an association is dangerous with that.
Absolutely.
So she's a liaison.
Probably. Okay, I am going to adjust my behaviors accordingly to that, and that is to say, tactics.
And I know we probably do it anyways, but don't go within any sort of distance of O'Hare. Just
Of course not.
steer clear.
Mhm.
No.
We all
That
do
is-
that.
Yep, that's where they are. So
And do be cautious if you're out alone.
Never going to happen for the next who knows how long. if I'm smart about it.
Yeah, I'm about to go to sleep with the gargoyles from now on. So,
I mean, you will be defended.
oh yeah, I watched.
Hopefully, you don't get buried underneath. It
No,
might crush
no,
you.
no. They are more like into making a book club with me. You know, Taylor made me watch Lord of the Rings, so I kind of.
He cried at the end.
I cried. Yes.
Mhm.
It was
really
those
good.
movies that taught me to appreciate cinematography.
It was really good. It was really good. And
Well,
I
if
was.
they want to borrow books, Magnus just gestures to one wall of the cell block's basement that has been completely converted into a library, essentially, of DVDs and books.
We'll let them know.
Oh,
How did I never notice that?
I actually have systematically stealing the books from there and reorganizing them in a way that does not seem like I stole anything.
All right. Well, okay. So, yeah. Fantastic. Okay.
Enjoy your errands, everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And she will grab the phone and the laptop and say, "Come on, Bastion, let's go party."
I absolutely need a sex dungeon now. Let's go.
Bastion,
What?
whenever we deal with this stalker madness, you owe everyone here a cigar. A good one.
I'll owe you more than that. Don't worry.
Next time, get a fucking prince or an archon obsessed with you, okay?
Mhm.
Literally, they're so
They're
much easier to
easy.
deal with.
Yes. I'll try next time. Kevin's free, I'm sure.
No, we like Kevin right now.
We like Kevin. Find an asshole one like Karlak, okay?
Yes, please. We put so much effort into Kevin. To lose him now would be so annoying.
The one from Gary, then.
Maxwell.
I don't care about his name. Let's go.
And so we will drop off the phone and laptop to Misty.
When you do, when you open up the door, you will hear "Smack My Bitch Up" by
Fucking love that song. Prodigy. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's just spinning the song, and she's actually doing adjustments to it when you open up the door, and she'll just go, "Auntie!" And she'll just run up and give you a hug.
Awesome. She'll hug her and then she'll say, "I got gifts."
Me?
Yeah. This is Mr. Kent's phone and laptop. Have fun.
Ooh, he's that time douchebag that your girls were dealing with, weren't they?
Yeah, he's no longer with us, so have fun.
Really?
Yeah. Took care of him tonight.
Like
he's fertilizing my garden now.
Oh, sweetness. Damn, I missed it. Oh, well. And I'm having her a nicer asshole.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let me guess. You want the whole rundown cracking of everything?
Everything. We know he last called that Miller bitch.
Yeah, about a delivery 2 days from now.
So there's bound to be something in that laptop about the products that he was delivering.
And an address.
Well, did you check his lab and see if he's got some shit?
I will actually text both Lena and Riza and tell them to go do that. Because they can get access to the campus and say, "Do you want to go with my girls?"
Fuck yeah.
And I will let them know that Misty's joining them.
Yes.
And she says, "They'll be here in about 20 to pick you up."
Ooh, awesome. And then what I'll do is whatever cash we get from that kind of raid, then I'll see if I could tie it into this shit.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. Oh, and she gets all jazzed up and goes to change her outfit now.
All right. So she looks to Bastion and says, "We can go now."
All right, let's go.
And they will take Taylor's motorcycle to the painted
Bastion
lady.
ain't driving.
Mm-hmm.
Bastion ain't driving.
Oh, no, he ain't. No. Taylor's not letting him. No.
I can only
he can ride bitch.
So the song is appropriate. Smack your bitch up. Got it. So we're gonna flow with you and Bastion for the moment. And when you get to the sex dungeon, why don't you describe to Bastion what he sees?
Okay, so as we pull up, you see a typical Chicago building, for like a lower income area. It says it has a neon on it, the Painted Lady, and there are artwork in the windows that show the various tattoos that can be done. It looks like a tattoo parlor.
Oh, was it here that you got?
Yes.
Ooh.
She does amazing work, but she has other artists that do like more of your standard run of the mill work. She does amazing work. But come on in. We got to go through the tattoo parlor to get to the fun place.
Okay.
And as we come in, there's like a reception desk and different private booths and stuff for tattooing. And she looks to the receptionist, who she knows is one of Edith's ghouls, and says, "Good to see you, Callie."
Hey, Doc, how you doing?
I'm good, good. She downstairs?
Hold on for a second. She'll actually kind of do a little da-da-da-da-da. She actually just finished somebody, and she's in the garden.
Okay, got it. And we will walk to where her garden is, and she will ask Bastion to stand outside for right now.
Oh, no worries. It takes out a little book.
Yep. And I'll let you know if she's going to let you come in.
Okay, no problem.
And she will go into the garden to greet Edith.
Edith's garden is very different from Taylor's, but with this one, as you walk in, it's more of turn of the century. You do have a fountain. You do have a whole bunch of greenery. But she has an alcove. And she's kind of in this half meditation, half kind of trying to slow herself down for a moment.
Okay.
She's been running hot.
Taylor will approach slowly and will wait for her to finish her meditation.
It doesn't take too long. You actually caught her at the end of it.
Good.
And it's about a minute or two. And she'll kind of bow her head slowly and then rock up to stand up, and she'll turn and go, "What's up?" And she'll just kind of be direct to you on this, like, "What's up? What's going on?"
That's what I'm here to ask you.
Me? Oh.
I could tell at the ritual that we held at my garden that something is up. Sister, what pains you?
Not the pain. It's never the pain. There's been things going on. Things in my clan, but at the same time, I would never call it a crisis of faith. It's more of the understanding of what we do and trying to move forward in the best way possible to not only secure ourselves, but protect ourselves. I've been in contemplation, and from the mother, I realize I have to be a bit more still at times. Watch. Not jump to conclusions at times. Look, I'm always good for a big pain bashing, but as much as I want to jump off the edge, as much as I want to rain fire on all of them, I know not all of them deserve it. And I'm trying to become better at understanding who deserves and who doesn't.
I am proud of you for taking that step.
Getting there. I'm teetering. I'm trying. Heaven, actually, I should say hell knows I'm trying as hard as I can, but sometimes I get to the point where you're in this middle of a rush and you're just headlining yourself right into what you think is best, and then you stop.
If everything is destroyed, there is nothing left to grow.
But if everything's destroyed, then how much can you reap and then sow?
nothing if it is all gone.
Well, I didn't say everything was gone. Hence the discernment.
I understand our differences in philosophy, and I do respect yours.
And I
However,
respect yours.
However, I am glad that you are considering that not all are worth your wrath immediately.
Came upon a time recently as we are deciding on leadership.
Hmm.
You know, my sire is one that doesn't like to communicate, but prefers to just walk and move.
Mm-hmm.
Always moving, never stopping, never
Mhm.
thinking, always acting.
Mm-hmm.
My broodmate came. She's back in town.
Is she?
She's looking for him.
Hmm.
Not surprised. We move so fast at times that I forget to think. Get stuck in the day to day, the ritual, the constant schedule of it all, the routine, the regiment. You don't stop and think. You don't stop to ponder. You don't stop to do anything other than move.
Yeah.
I'm tired of moving. So when you did your ritual, which thank you again for the invitation,
Of course. You are always welcome.
I wanted to stop,
Good.
watch, and observe. I'm sure if many of the Nosferatu were here, they'd gasp. Cedric would laugh at me, but Moneka would look at me and wonder what I did with myself. 8-Ball would do 8-Ball.
Taylor will actually approach her now closer and actually take her into an embrace and hug her.
Edith will gently hug back.
And she would say to Edith, very calmly and quietly, I am proud of you, sister. You are growing.
Well, with her guidance and the pain that we endure, we always grow. It's just in what way?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You will find your way.
I find my way in the most oddest of circumstances.
That is always the case.
And who's the gentleman you've brought with that is beyond the doors that I can't sense at the moment, but I can
Yes,
smell
I
him?
told him to wait outside until you decided to let him in.
Oh, it's appreciated.
Of course. I've brought Bastian with me. He was very interested
Oh.
in meeting such an incredible artist. He has appreciated the work you've done on me.
Where's my fan and shall I blush?
Absolutely. And she'll go back and grab Bastian and say, she's letting you in.
Oh, great. He closes up his little book, and if Taylor looks is Introduction to Greek, he puts it back on his pocket. And he goes with Taylor.
Mm-hmm. And she'll escort him through the garden to Edith.
Edith will give a nod and she will actually greet him in proper Portuguese.
He will...
Junie does not know it, just so you know.
No problem. Bastian will address her as improper Portuguese as well.
Thank you.
He will say, thank you for having me.
Pleasure that you'd actually come down.
I was offered the opportunity, and how could I pass it up?
It's rare for a rose to come down into my part of the woods, but it's not unwelcomed.
I am glad for you.
Thank you. And what are you wanting to see?
Honestly, I have little idea of what you do here. It's very exclusive. What I saw that drew my attention, however, was the art that you did in Taylor's back.
Oh, it was exquisite, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Taylor
Loved doing
slips off
that.
her jacket and she's wearing a backless tank top tonight and says, "Yeah, it's amazing."
I do excellent work. I could just sit and look at that back all night.
I am more of a different type of art man, but I
Oh,
can absolutely appreciate the way that you did it.
I know what kind of art you like.
Let's not dive into that. I believe that's
I mean, you did come to my studio, did you not?
perhaps.
I do some of that quite well.
Let's say then that Josephine has a lot of friends in the city.
Who?
Josephine.
Oh, yes, the Malkavian. She hasn't been down here for reasons.
Yeah.
And I don't particularly see this as a style.
The art, yes, but not the below activities.
Yeah.
She is what we call Snow White for reasons.
Yes.
Absolutely respect her for that.
Oh, I would never wish to push anything on anyone. I am completely of consent, totally.
Mhm.
However, she has her mind on certain things, and I respect her for that. However, she has seen my work done on other people, which she does admire, but she wouldn't come down here. It's okay.
Well, I came here because I honestly would like to just say that I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Would
Yeah,
you like to see upstairs or downstairs?
downstairs, absolutely. I'm having a terrible night.
Oh, well, we can alleviate your terrible night with whatever you deem necessary to give you a better one.
I just love this guy. No hesitation whatsoever.
Everything is on the table.
Absolutely. Show me the menu.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. I'm not hesitating here. As
Your
Dr. Taylor
menu?
said.
All she does is tap your forehead, going, "That's in there. You tell us
Yeah.
what's on the menu."
Oh, you're one of those. Okay,
I said everything is on the table.
Do you have hooks?
And Taylor looks and says, "Everything."
Everything.
Okay, do you have hooks? I like hooks. I like
Yes, trust.
fishnets.
Okay, come on.
You
I'll
name
show
it.
him the
I
way.
have
It's
it.
fine, Edith. I'll show him. Besides, I think there are some people missing Dr. Jessica Rabbit. So
Who?
that's what they call
Don't
me.
ask.
I'm not bad, just drawn that way.
This is true. I drew some of her.
Absolutely. Let's go. And let's hope that's not a movie. Okay.
While Taylor and Bastion go down into, shall we say, the
Playhouse.
Fair enough. The Playhouse as Dr. Jessica Rabbit takes over. We go to Spotter, Magnus, and Thea because what a segue.
Right.
All right. So Magnus takes Spotter and Theo to actually, where would the cousin? One of the clinics that is not his haven. And there's just in one of the rooms, this clinic is kind of closed to the public at the moment. And they just have the guy strapped down on one of the tables. And he looks over at Theo, and Spotter's like, "Okay, so this guy was selling. Theo, you might know a bit more about what these guys do and what questions to ask. I know you've been dealing with them a bit."
To say that I even ask questions is maybe a bit generous. It's more I tell them what to tell me, and then they bring it to me and tell me. They don't even know they're informants.
Hmm.
So between the three of us, I think our questioning will be what it is.
Okay. That works. Well, and Magnus just goes and gets a bottle of smelling salts. Like, time to wake this guy up.
Wait, one last bit.
Okay.
For what you've asked me to do, I do need some blood of his.
Oh, easy enough.
And
Magnus just
Theo
takes
will-
out a needle and
And Theo takes out a shallow bowl where there's already some vitae that may or may not be his.
Not
And then he'll just and just a quick collection into the bowl, stirring with his fingers and chanting as he does, and brings it and sets it back down, placing his fingers just past the first knuckle into the liquid in the dish. And he'll still be muttering, but he'll give both of you the okay of ritual ready.
Okay.
I think it'll be let him see me first.
Okay. Magnus moves around behind the where the guy is and just puts the bottle of smelling salts under his nose.
It takes a moment or two before you see him starting to cough, shake his head, kind of try to clear his head a bit. I'm assuming he's blindfolded.
Mm-hmm. Just
And
for the
he'll be
moment.
like, where am I? What's going on?
I was going to take off the blindfold.
Kind of blinks and looks around, getting his eyes to adjust. What's happening? Where are you? Who are you guys? What's going on? The fuck? And he actually sees Spotter and he kind of blinks back, and he's not trying to be rude, but he's never seen the likes of you before. That's fucking clear.
That was Spotter's question.
Interesting.
He's going to fold his hands and just look at him.
The fuck is going on?
Hmm.
Seriously.
You're a dealer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of many things. We want to be specific.
Hmm. Do I know the street name of that stuff? Was there ever a street name?
I believe it was either Angel Dust, or it was just, no, it's Ash. I'm sorry. It was Ash. My bad.
Ash.
Haven't heard from her for a while. How is she?
I slap him. You being funny?
How? No. Ashley Gibbons. Who the fuck are you
No.
talking about?
Ash, drug.
Oh, I said I was a dealer of many things.
Right.
Do you think that there's one thing more named Ash than another?
I think it's pretty specific.
You might think so. I said many things, which does allude to more than just drugs.
Magnus looks over at Theo.
Storyteller, I don't think there's been any lies so far, at least just from what I can tell on a meta sense.
No, he has not lied at all yet.
All right. Then the mixture inside the shallow dish remains inert. Theo looks down at it and just gives a shrug of, so far, nothing strange.
Cool. Magnus pops feral weapons and Eyes of the Beast.
Nice.
And
That's
just
fantastic.
leans in from behind the guy who is still strapped down to the bed and just puts his claws like this on the guy's face.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks the guy straight in the eyes. You know what we're talking about. You're going to tell us where you've been getting the ash from.
You're talking about the big blue, the big bullshit thing that's been going on, right?
Yeah, the stuff you were caught dealing.
I got that from Kent. Some asshole down in University of Illinois in Chicago. Just down there on 55. He always turns around and meets us about every Monday. He says
Us?
it's, yeah, us.
Who else?
Okay. I don't know names. I'm telling you that honestly, I don't know names. We don't all show up at the same time either.
Where do you show up?
At his lab. You know where his lab is, right?
Address.
He rattles off the University of Illinois, Chicago. He tells you how to get there. It's right through the main corridor, down, bottom level. He's got his own lab. We meet there. I mean, my standard was usually at about 8:30, 8:45.
And the
Morning or
moron,
evening?
Morning.
and the moron held these meetings on school property.
Well, when you look, he looks himself up and down when you look like a student.
Dealing drugs straight out of the school lab. It's quite the
Well,
setup.
I'm just there as a student. I'm there helping him with all of his other things as an undergrad. Helps me get my perks for being a graduate.
My condolences then.
Why?
Well, I'm afraid that has come to an end.
For him or for me?
To be decided.
Definitely for him, possibly for you.
Oh, he's dead? Damn shame.
You're incredibly broken up about it, we can see.
Oh, totally. Not even sad. He was an asshole. Through and through.
So what do you know about Janet Miller?
And he was a boss. He's actually taking the moment to think.
And storyteller, if at any point you need me to do the ritual roll to check for truth and stuff, please let me know.
Oh, absolutely. But right now he's kind of being forthright because claws are in his face. This man's got red eyes and he's got an ugly motherfucker right over on the side.
It's hurtful.
Man also has obvious predators, so that's also going for
Exactly.
him.
And he kind of thinks, like, goes, all I know is that she cut the checks, but it was never her name on it.
Whose name was on it?
I never really looked. I didn't give a shit. I just turned around and cashed them.
I despise the unobservant. And then Theo just goes silent.
It's not unobservant. It's me turning around and catching my ass.
Hold on.
Making sure I don't know it. What?
You have online banking?
No. It's a credit union. Oh, come on. You think that's the first fucking thing they would have catched me on? Right? Have you not watched White Collar?
No, the show is terrible.
You think you're a white collar criminal?
Oh, hell no. But that learns tips and tricks with banking so you don't turn around and get caught.
So what'd you do? Go to Western Union? Something like that?
No, I went to the credit union down the street. Turned around, cashed the checks in, and walked away. I mean, my next pickup's on Monday, so.
Oh, is it now?
He should have my check ready for him or ready for me.
With his free hand, Theo's going to take a pen to notepad and write something small and rip it off and hand it to Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
And it just simply says, "May we keep him alive. I have an idea."
You said that others came at different times.
Yeah, it's what he told us. I know I'm not the only one.
Oh, of course. We know that too.
It's valid. Not that fucking special. Jesus.
Did they all come on Monday?
What I know of, yes. However, is it true? I don't know.
Good enough. All
Do you think I
right.
trusted that fucker? That man would have thrown me underneath a Greyhound bus faster than he could blink his eyes to save his fucking soul if he had one.
And here I thought that Thin Bloods had some loyalty to each other.
Some do, not
no.
these ones.
I mean, I don't have any loyalty to that asshole. I'm just glad he didn't turn me.
Who did turn you?
I don't know, some broad.
Description?
If my mind wasn't wiped, I would have told you.
How wiped?
I was at a party about, was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Really nice. From what I remember, I was having a great time. Pretty. I think she was pretty. I don't know. Got talking to her. I think I got drugged. I don't remember. Then I woke up the next day. I was fine. I think I was fine. Well, no, I was fine. And then I realized I was hungry. And food really didn't do it for me. It wasn't until I realized when I bumped into some asshole and he was bleeding and I was kind of helping him, doing the conscientious thing of first aid, and some of his blood got on me, and I went to just kind of lick it off, just get it off. And I realized it tastes good. And then I bumped into somebody else. And that's how I found out what I was. It was weird.
Any reaction from the mixture, Jenny? Any rolls I need to make?
Nope. He's telling you the truth.
Where'd you wake up?
My dorm room.
So, how much introduction have you had to the rest of our society?
Dude, I've got no fucking clue, but at the same time, I know keep my head down, keep myself out of shit. And I mean, if I get hungry, maybe find a little snack as into blood bag or something. And that I can usually use through maybe about 2.5 months.
2 years.
Yeah. What about it?
Magnus just looks at Theo and Spotter and he's like, these Ashfinders are more embedded in the city than we thought if they've had people like this for 2 years.
You're not wrong.
And this could be on the low end. They could have operatives from even further back.
But at least 2 years. And they kept them from the Camarilla. They kept them from the Anarchs. They even kept them from the other Thin Bloods.
Yeah, they were sleeper agents until they needed to kick up the operations.
You said that you were going to another drop-off in a couple of days. Correct?
Yeah. I'm going to that drop off on Monday, between 8:30 and 8:45. That's only one drop off. I only deal with that when I have to. But he made it sound like it was a really important thing that we could push forward and get more people to realize, quote unquote, his brilliance. I don't know.
Do you still know the drop-off point?
His lab is the drop off.
Yes.
Because I drop off the stuff that I collected. He gives me more shit. I leave.
Theo's going to turn back to Spotter and Magnus on this. Do you think there's any chance it's already been set up, or do you think it would be empty? Would it be worth checking?
I think it'd be worth checking.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed something. What are you dropping off? Just the money from the sales? Or something else?
Well, if you look at the thing, because I have to watch them do it, do the thing. But there's a tracker on the bottom of the vial because they swallow the tracker. tracks how much or what's going on with them. It transmits to the little itty bitty microchip in what they've just drank. Then it uploads onto his computer or shit like that. I don't know. He's the dude who does all the.
So he's got trackers embedded in anyone who has taken his drugs.
Well,
Shit.
but it's a tracker that goes through your stomach. Then the acids then eats. It's a real quick thing. And
But
then
not before it gives him valuable science bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all science bullshit.
And if it doesn't dissolve, then he knows he's gotten a kindred.
No, kind of flushes out the system.
And
Not with us.
Not with us.
Oh, that's why we give it to humans.
But can you be 100% sure all the time? No.
There's a thing called a heartbeat. You don't have that.
Magnus just... One second.
Theo just shrugs. Everything can be faked.
Magnus just smiles and immediately blush of life, and he has a heartbeat.
Yeah, but you didn't have a heartbeat until you did that.
Yeah, but if you had shown up after I did it, you wouldn't know.
Bull. You're not drawing breath beforehand.
Yes,
okay, well then why do you look sick as fuck? You look like
you've never seen someone look sick.
Okay.
Especially at a party.
When you're suffering from looking like you need fucking vitamin D shots because you look anemic as fuck.
Have you met the CS students at the university?
What's a CS? No, probably not.
Computer science.
No, those fuckers? No, all I have to do is wave a game in front of their face and that's it.
Storyteller.
Yes.
I am currently in the middle of a magical ritual.
Yes, you are.
Am I able to? Thank you. Am I able to use disciplines while doing magic?
I'm going to say, being that you started this ritual and it has been maintained, I'm going to say you can do a small discipline. Yes.
Theo's going to, still keeping his fingers in the bowl, walk around the table he's sitting at, crouch down just enough to give a quick bit of eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
Any drops you retrieve from now on will be brought back to Dr. Sanchez and myself, and I'm going to implant a submerge directive.
Go for it. Pardon while we roll dice. Well, he's rolling it. Go on.
That's 4 successes.
Okay. He will do it. Technically, he couldn't resist it, but sure, not a problem. He'll just go, okay, fine.
Yeah, he thinks it was his idea anyways, so.
Gets him off this fucking table and outside and away from the claws and the guy with the green eye, the red eyes. Yeah. He's like, he'll agree to anything. He just wants to go.
Yep. And then Theo will circle back around and sit back down and then nod to the two of them like, I got what I needed out of this at this point.
Magnus lets the claws go, lets the eyes fade to regular, and then just pats the guy on the cheek and is like, just remember, we know your face now, which means we can find you anywhere at any time.
Do you think I'm that stupid to say I'm going to run? I know when I'm
just
caught.
Good to be clear.
Sure.
Once
Crystal.
this is done, I'll bring you down south to where there are others like you that aren't part of a drug dealing ring. Well, they might be part of their own drug dealing rings, but they don't deal in ash.
Okay. I can't say I've ever taken it, so I don't even know what the fuck it does.
You don't want to.
Rule
It's
number
not
1
good.
in dealing, don't do your own shit.
Yeah, I think Raspberry's going to like you.
Cool. I can go now, right?
And understand, continued cooperation does greatly increase chances of survival.
That's exactly what I'd like to do right now is just survive. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Great. Can you now unstrap me, please?
Magnus unstraps him and takes him out to the clinic the back way and calls him a cab.
Just next time, ask for, the safe word.
Magnus just hands him $200 for the fare to back to the college or wherever you stay.
Yep. And he'll go. He's gone. Yeah, he's not even going to question shit. He's just going to just take that money and run.
At least Magnus is a gentleman enough to pay for the cab fare.
That's valid. You're not wrong. And as you three have realized that this man has told you pretty much the truth and has pretty much given you a gold mine of information, you now get to mellow on as Dr. Jessica Rabbit and Bastion go into different things because that's what's happening with them.
Yeah, they're having a great time.
I see fishing is what I'm saying.
Yes. Hooks, fish
Go
nets,
watch a
and
Cubs
poles.
game, Spotter. Let's go watch a Cubs game, Spotter.
Yes.
Say this
Slightly more
episode
safe.
is. You're not wrong, except for fall balls. But I'm going to say this episode's a wrap, and I'm going to hand everything over to Mama.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Please join us on the Discord. That is where we hang out when we are not streaming, and you can chat with us over there. We also post our casting calls over there, and there is currently an open and ongoing casting call for Call of Cthulhu 7E London Esoteric Society. That is for a guest spot. So if you would like to play Call of Cthulhu on Saturdays at 3 in the afternoon Eastern, you can be a part of our Discord and apply for that game. There will also be some upcoming casting calls soon. I know Shanky's going to be running an Eclipse Phase game soon, second edition. So that's going to be posted probably within the next week. You need to be part of the Discord to be part of that. And on occasion, when we're not streaming on Friday and Saturday evenings, we do host community Zoom hangouts through our Discord. And you need to be a member there to come hang out with us, just to chat and have fun. Yep. And if you would like to catch back episodes of our stream here or any of our other content that we have done on this channel, hang on once I can type. There we go. Go to our YouTube. We post all our content there and you can check it out. We have over 5 years of World of Darkness and other TTRPG content that you can peruse and enjoy to your liking. Also, you can check out London Esoteric Society's YouTube. That is where our European GM, Dr. Tiss, posts her content, including Call of Cthulhu, London Esoteric Society. She also has a D&D campaign that she ran called Ishvel that she concluded, and she has a variety of other games that she's done as well, including a mini-series that she ran at the beginning of the year of 7th Sea. So do give her some love on her YouTube as well. And we have amazing friends that stream with us and also on their own channels. Junie Von Esch, what you got going on?
I made a potato today.
You made a
You're
potato? It was adorable.
I made a
It's a
potato.
little potato.
Yes.
It's squishy.
Oh man.
But I do a lot of things like strangling yarn as a potato or as our St. Jude trash fire that we are doing now
It's the
for
happy
this
trash
month.
fire.
It is a happy trash fire that will burn all of your negativity away.
That is hot
for
garbage
St.
right
Jude's.
there, y'all.
You're not wrong. I'm burning my fingers just holding it up to y'all so you can see it. We are doing every $200. We are raising for St. Jude's. We are raffling off a hot trash fire. Why? Because we can, because we're doing it for the kids. I am a St. Jude's ambassador, and this is the time that we do all of our major fundraising. So if you can, please let me know. Other than that, I do quirky stuff like strangle yarn, play odd games, and talk to chat about many different things, especially things that I have done in the past here. Hashtag or exclamation point disco tits, which may or may not ever be a thing that may or may not ever be on my channel. But other than that, you can find me here doing storytelling, or I'm possibly sometimes, when Will's not taking over the Wednesday slots, being either a cast, or I'm being guest starred on a Wednesday stream, or you can find me over Bravadosis every other Tuesday and Thursday for Scion or 7C.
Thank you.
Yeah. So next up is Ravnos Archon. He does multiple nights a week, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays on his channel, streaming TTRPGs. You want to check that out. He has a variety of games. He's got Vampire the Masquerade on Mondays that he alternates between Camarilla and Anarch. He has Tuesday nights that he does games. I know, what is this Tuesdays again? It is it 7th Sea on
It's
Tuesdays?
Scion
No, no,
and
no.
Wild
Scion?
West.
Or
Werewolf.
or the werewolf. Yep. So he alternates Scion and werewolf on Tuesdays, and then on Thursdays is when he alternates 7th Sea and Legend of the Five Rings. Yeah. So I can never keep all of them straight. He runs so many games. But
And he's starting on Saturdays too.
and he's starting on Saturdays too. What is he going to be starting on Saturdays?
Well, that's a secret. No spoilers.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then don't tease me.
Oh, I'll tell you in
Cock
chat.
tease. But
But we want to make sure that you have a good time.
all right. And then, of course, yes, you are prolific, Ravnos Archon. You are quite prolific. And then Mischievous Red, she does stream on occasion on her channel, as she likes to say, be a member of our Discord, because when our friends stream, we alert folks in our Discord. So you can catch her on her channel. And then Rerolls is on hiatus at this point, but looking to start up in the early summer with a new game. So you can give him a follow there. And then DM Daddy RPG is where you will find Jenna Thieves, who plays in our game on Friday evenings. And she is playing and running games over there with her husband. So do give them some love too. And also, if you would like to get some studio merch, you can get some at Zazzle. We have a variety of things related to different chronicles and campaigns that have been run here. We also have some general studio merch. Make sure you are signed in if you want to peruse our offerings, because you need to have your account set up so you can see all items, because we do have a few things listed as adult there because of swear words, like our Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would Camp Counselor t-shirt. Yeah. John got one of those recently. Yeah, he's got it right there. Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would. And on the back it has counselor. And we also have Cat's to-do list, which is kick ass, take names, be a dragon, all 3 checked, Dracula, not checked. Will it ever get checked? We may never know. Because a lady doesn't tell.
I thought you were just calling Dracula a fucking Tootsie Pop, but
The dragon will always tell what they've got
he
in their
kind of
hoard.
is how many licks to get to the center.
I don't think that's a center anyone wants to get to.
But anyway, so do check out merch if you're interested in that. And if you would like to support this amazing cast at this table, you can do so right here by donating or giving bits. Show you biddies for this cast. Bits and donations are given to our cast here at McStabber Studios. If you would like to support the studio itself, you may wish to subscribe here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription a month. You may consider giving that to us, and I cannot type. There we go. Or you can go to our coffee page and buy Mama a coffee. That way Twitch doesn't get to be a horrible pimp and take half. But I understand money's tight. Economies around the world are kind of just getting fucked left and right, because we're in the midst of a trade war. Yay! This is great. So yeah, you can support us for free by just going to YouTube, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and then like and comment on videos that you watch. That shows YouTube that our content is engaging, and it boosts us in their algorithm for search so that we are ranked higher in the search rankings. And that allows other people looking for our content to find us. So we appreciate those that do that, because it really is a nice way to boost us that doesn't cost a single penny. So thank you. We appreciate that. And I think I got everything before schedule. I think I got everything. Maybe. Okay, so schedule for the coming week. Now, I will say for Saturdays, Tiss is going to be on break for summer for a few weeks, so that's not going to be a thing. Today was the last session before her break. But coming up over the next week, we have Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, our Mage finale for Magic City Memoirs. It's the season finale, not the series finale, season finale. But with our WAD Wednesdays, because we alternate splats, each splat plays once a year, y'all. Because we have so many splats being streamed on Wednesdays.
Who's next?
Next is Dark
Ages.
Ages.
Oh, finally. Holy fuck.
Yeah. And then after that is Demon. And then after that will likely be a werewolf game that has not been posted up in Casting Call yet. So, because that's going to be towards the end of the year. So, literally, yeah, we have tons of WAD splats that we stream on Wednesdays, and they all have to take a turn. But that's Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We are finishing up this first season of our Mage Chronicle. Do join us for that. And as we move in through the week for Friday, we are going into the next session of Kansas City, A Domain Divided, Season 5. We lost Rashad, y'all. Yeah. Now there's only 3 kindred that were original to the coterie left. The cat's calling in her brother. They need some muscle against the Second Inquisition.
It helps that you have such a great connection since he's the best sire 2 years running.
Obviously. So we'll see how that goes on Friday as Kat tries to convince her brother to join the team. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, he's been busy working on trying to be the Anarch Baron. We'll see how that's worked out.
The Anarchs and the Sabbat are practically the fucking same.
The Cam and the Anarchs are practically the fucking same. It's almost like they're all practically the fucking same.
The only division you find is the division they purposefully put in place.
Vampires suck, y'all.
I know, right? So that's Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Saturday, we will be back here for the season finale of Chicago, Hidden City.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What am I going to do as a storyteller?
Oh.
Breathe.
Yeah. So join us Saturday when we return to this table before we take a little break before our next season. And lastly, I'm going to say, please take care of yourselves, y'all. Mental health is something that is often minimized, diminished, and overlooked. It is not something that should be done. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Being aware of your needs is real fucking important when you have mental health issues. If you are in crisis, I want you to reach out to your support network if you have one. If you have family, friends, providers that you can reach out to get help, please do so. But if you don't have that available, please contact a helpline. And right now in chat, there's a list of organizations that you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you are in crisis. They are staffed by people that are knowledgeable about the crisis you are in and want to help you. They will talk you off that ledge, get you support resources that you need for your situation. They will help you. Please utilize a crisis support line if you need one. And if you are outside of the US, watching on YouTube, or you're not watching a stream while you're in crisis, just go to findahelpline.com. You can go to that site and look up by your location the resources available to you. It covers over 140 countries. So y'all, please get the help you need. We want you around a long time. And I'm Mom McStabber. I'm a registered nurse. Get your fucking shots. Get your vaccines while you can, y'all. Especially here in the US. Get your vaccines while you can. Because literally the regime is doing some fucked up shit. And you need to vaccinate your kids. If you have kids, vaccinate your fucking kids. Kids have died from fucking measles, y'all. There's a vaccine for that. And it doesn't cause autism. Autism is fucking genetic. Just eugenic fucking assholes don't want to fucking believe it. So, yeah, get your fucking vaccines, vaccinate your kids. Because as a parent, you're supposed to protect your children.
Can I say, as an adult, as a mother of an autistic child, I know for a fact that none of the vaccines that had my daughter go through gave her this.
No,
So
not a one.
fuck you all.
I'm also the mom of an autistic child. No, that didn't. No. Because I'm also married to an autistic husband. Yeah.
And autism presents in a wide genetic population.
It's a spectrum. Mm-hmm. It's a spectrum.
If
So
only
yeah.
people had done research.
Yeah, well,
Wait,
yeah.
they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So needless to say, get vaccinated. Also take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine when you can. Make sure you're wearing fucking SPF, okay? Because even if you think you don't need it, you do. Because skin cancer can affect everybody. And your skin is your biggest organ. Take care of it. Also, if you participated in the rise of fascism around the world, because it is not just happening in the US, it's happening everywhere. If you participated in that by voting for the assholes that are pursuing it, by voting for minority parties that never had a hope in hell of actually winning, by voting, by deciding not to vote, by abstaining, by sitting it out, because you didn't like the dictator asshole, but you didn't like the opponent either. Yeah, that was definitely a choice. And your privilege to do so is now going to bite you in the ass. Thousands of people have already died due to cuts to American organizations that was giving aid to countries around the world. The blood is on y'all's hands. More people are going to die over the course of the next just shy of 4 years. And that blood's on your hands too. I have no tolerance for the intolerant, for fascists, and for fascist fucking apologists. Not a goddamn lick of it. For the rest of us that honestly tried, we got to keep trying, y'all. We got to keep fighting. We've got to look out for each other. And we've got to cause some good fucking trouble wherever we can. Protest if you are inclined to, but please do so safely. Be aware of your surroundings and protect your neighbors. And if you are stopped by any officer, the only things that come out of your mouth is, I want to speak to my attorney, and then you shut the fuck up. Because as my husband said last night, every day is shut the fuck up Friday. Because all cops are bad, y'all. All of them. Because they either are bad or they're complicit. And we need to look out for one another. Fascism always loses. It always does. It always fails. Throughout human history, it has risen and fallen as a response to social progress. It's going to be a rough ride to get to the other side. And we need as many of us to get through it as possible so that we can come out on the other side of it and build something better. Said with all sincerity, y'all please have a good night.